What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Grizz, and today we are going to be attempting to rebuild the new look Buffalo Bills. Now, obviously, the Bills were very busy in the offseason. I wouldn't say necessarily a good thing. They traded away Stephon Diggs, they let go of Gabe Davis, they let go of quite a bit of a lineman, they let go of quite a bit of their defensive stars, any bit of their veterans aside from Von Miller are gone. And in all honesty, they didn't really sign anyone crazy to kind of make up for these guys. Now, granted, the Bills did have some people on their squad that are more than capable of stepping up and playing those roles because people like Tre'Davious White and Jordan Poyer and Gabe Davis have been hurt quite a bit. But these guys were still in and out of the locker room every day and being a big force on the team, even without necessarily playing. Now, obviously, if you guys have watched my previous videos, they've been all baseball related. MLB 24, the show is out, but they are very, very behind on content this year. We have to wait until the 10th for new content to be released. So until then, I'm just kind of looking at different things to keep my time occupied, aside from just mindlessly grinding Diamond Dynasty and breaking controllers. So that's what we're rocking with. And I think for the first season, unless there's something crazy in free agency, which I mean there is, but nothing that the only people that I would want to go for are younger people. And obviously, no, I don't really care about that. I mean, Cam Akers. Actually, Mecole Hardman's an interesting one. I'm going to pick him up. I do want Mecole Hardman on the squad. Very young. Is definitely going to step in very quick for us. Same thing with Connor Williams here. He's definitely a need. So, I mean, there's two people that we're picking up. But aside from that, don't really need Terrell Edmonds. Definitely don't need J.C. Jackson. Definitely don't need Rashaan Evans. Yeah, we're going to leave it at that. I'm going to throw these guys in, and then we're just going to sim to the end of the season and pick it up in the offseason. I take it back, y'all. So I was looking at the squad a little bit, and I decided that I did want a franchise wide receiver. I remember the Bengals in real life. T. Higgins is not very happy. He's wanting out. We have Rasul Douglas. There's no need to have him because we have plenty of young corners on the squad. So we trade Rasul Douglas, Curtis Samuel, and KJ Hamler for T. Higgins. Great trade in my opinion. That is the only one we're going to make. So I'm going to set the roster and sim to the postseason. Alright guys, so at the end of season number 1, it was kind of a mid-year. We did finish 8-9, which was not good enough to make the playoffs, but I feel like we made plenty of moves to progressively get to that point, possibly by next season, depending on how the offseason goes. Looking at the stats here, we had the 18th best offense in the league and the 19th best defense, so definitely right in the middle of the pack, so not terrible. Josh Allen had a great season, 3,900 yards, 31 touchdowns, only 9 picks. Rushing wise, James Cook had over 1,000 and 14 touchdowns, so I'll take that every day. Receiving wise, T. Higgins had 1,109. Khalil Shakir almost got 1,000, and Mecole Hardman also had 839, and Kincaid finished with 760 and 5. So we will take that 100%. Defensively, Matt Milano had 128 tackles. Christian Benford followed that up with 95. TFL wise, Ed Oliver had 20, Rousseau with 14, Milano with 13, Miller with 13, and then Daquan Jones with 12. Sack-wise, Vaughn had 9, 7 for Rousseau, 4.5 for Ed, 1.5 for Daquan, and 1 across the board. Interceptions, Milano with 2, Taron Johnson with 2, Benford with 2. A lot of 2s there. Okay. We will take that. See if we got any awards here. Very surprising. Josh Allen didn't even come in the top 10. Gardner Minshew did. Nobody for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. Still no Bills there. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We had Dalton Kincaid come in at number 7. It's pretty cool. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, we had nobody. Okay. I mean, so the Bills were definitely not getting any love there. So let's get to the offseason and see what we can do. Oh, also, I didn't record it, but we did sign T. Higgins to a 7-year deal. So we have him for the remainder of the video. Obviously, that was the goal. And we also signed Connor Williams to a 7-year deal just to kind of keep it cheap and have those guys locked up for the season so we don't have to worry about them. kind of an unfortunate blow here for our D-line as Von Miller does decide to retire. Obviously, it saves us some money, but he did perform last season, and dev trait regression is off, so it would have been nice to have him, but I mean, it's kind of part of the game, right? So looking at how Mecole Hardman performed, I do plan on re-signing him. He is young. He does have star depth trait. Obviously, that can continue to increase. So hopefully he wants to come back with that 73 million cap room. 100% accepting Rousseau's option. Mecole Hardman doesn't seem interested, but I bet if we throw him a little bit of a bag. Okay, no, he doesn't want to come back. We'll see what happens. Mike Edwards are going to let walk. Deontay Jones walk. The rest of these guys can walk 100%. All right, let's get into free agency and see how we're looking. All right, so on the first day of free agency, we went out and got Willie Gay, Devin Bush, and we did bring back Mike Edwards on a cheap deal. Both Willie Gay and Devin Bush were extremely cheap, and they're young. Both of them have star dev traits, so we can kind of move them around the linebacker core and see where they fit, which linebackers are definitely a need. Aside from Milano, we don't have much. And then I think that's all we're going to do. Unless, yeah, there's nothing here. We'll have to draft a left guard because we did let go of Lyle Collins. I did go after Chase Young, but he wanted way too much money to come onto our squad, so let him walk. And yep, that's it. So let's get into the draft, yo. Alright guys, so with our first round pick, it was the 18th pick. We did lose Mecole Hardman, so I plan on replacing him with this Deacon Weston. He was elite in almost everything. 97 speed, 94 excel. I think he's going to be a great guy for us. Hopefully he's a high overall. Give Josh Allen another target beside T. And then here in the second round, we do draft the normal dev trade, but hopefully he's a high enough overall to replace Lyle Collins at left guard. Alright guys, so here at the end of the draft recap, obviously not the best draft I've ever had, but having a 76 overall Deacon Weston out there, he's already the same overall as Mecole Hardman was. And then the left guard being a 73 isn't terrible. And then I did draft a right outside linebacker. He has normal dev trade. He won't crack the lineup. And then for some reason they drafted us a quarterback. Hopefully that's not a sign that Josh Allen's going to want to leave. But I mean, it kind of is what it is. We got the one position that we needed the most in picking up the Deacon Weston. And we're just going to kind of see how it works. Alright guys, at the end of season number 2, we went 12-5, which was good enough to make the playoffs. We did take our division, taking the tiebreaker over the Dolphins, but we do have to face them here in the wild card. Looking at the stats, we finished with the 5th best offense in the league, so obviously the new wide receiver and T worked out for Allen, and the 6th best defense, so we did amazing. Allen had an amazing year, 4,400, 32 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Rushing wise, James Cook had 16 touchdowns and 1,100 yards. Receiving wise, T. Higgins with 1,407, The Rook with 1,010, and then Shakir with 879 and 5, and Dalton Kincaid put up 676 and 6. Defensively, Matt Milano had over 117 tackles. Love to see that. Sacks wise, Rousseau with 11, 7.5 for Oliver, 6 for Daquan Jones, 4 for Epinesa. Okay. Interception wise, Taron Johnson with 3, Milano with 2, Benford with 2, Bishop with 2, Rapp and Edwards with 1 apiece. Not terrible. And then TFLs, we had Ed Oliver with 20, 17 for Daquan, 16 for Rousseau, and then it kind of dropped out of the double digits after that. Did Josh Allen get MVP? He did not, but at least he got some votes this time. He came in at number 6. We'll take it. Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Allen came in at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year, Rousseau came in at number 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Weston did take that, so that's a guaranteed depth trade upgrade. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, we didn't have anybody, but hey, we at least got one award. We'll take that. Now, the thing that matters is taking down the Miami Dolphins here in the wild card. Can we stop Tyreek Hill with our corners? And yes, we do. We beat them by a touchdown, 24-17, and we are taking on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens in the divisional round. And we do lose 21-13, but it is better than last season, so we're on the climb. So let's head into the off season and see what we can do with that $60 million cap and hopefully put together a Super Bowl contender. Here in the negotiation period, obviously we're going to be accepting Khalil Elam's player option. We're going to let David Long walk just because we have Willie Gay and Devin Bush that can move over and take his spot. David Edwards, I don't think we need. If they'll take a 1-year deal for that cheap, I'd bring him back. Okay, we'll see. DeMar Hamlin, we're gonna let him go. Daquan, we'll keep an eye out for him. He has been performing all right for us, but I definitely think that we could get someone better in free agency. But we got 43 mil to work with. Let's go see what we can do. So far here we went out and we got Justin Reed, Gito Stone, and BJ Hill. So we will 100% take all 3 of those guys. One of these 2 will be traded away. Probably Justin Reed, only because he is a little older and a lot more expensive. We'll kind of see what happens there. And we do need a offensive guard, but fortunately I don't think we're going to get anybody. It's not looking very likely. Maybe we can pick up, maybe we can try picking up Garrett Bowles on a 1-year deal. We do get him, so we can move him over to guard if we need to. But for that being said, let's go ahead and get into the draft and see what we can do. Might trade for a blockbuster trade, but kind of happy with how we're looking so far. Alright guys, right here we're going to be making a huge trade. We're going to be moving 2 firsts, a second, and a fourth for Bobby Okereke and Kayvon Thibodeau. Obviously these are both guys that are going to slide into our linebacker core. The main reason why I made this trade is because I was not at all impressed with anything that was available at my pick. So went ahead and made a trade, picked up 2 very solid guys, and I'm going to see what I can get for the second pick. And if we can't get anything crazy, I'm cool with what we got. Alright guys, so the end of the last season, we go 14-3, which is good enough to take our division and get a first round bye. Let's go ahead and sim and see who we will be taking on in the divisional. And it is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals. Alright, let's take a look at the stats here. We did finish with the 5th best offense again, and the 21st best defense. Our defense definitely took a hit, which is kind of crazy considering what we brought on. But Josh Allen had a great year, 4,600 yards, 40 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. Rushing wise, James Cook with 1,217, and Josh Allen also put 9 on the ground. Receiving wise, 1,514 out of T, 1,209 out of Deacon, 774 out of Khalil, and 707 out of Kincaid. Defensively, Bobby Okereke had a great year, and Ed Oliver with 10.5, Kayvon with 8.5, Rousseau with 7.5, and then BJ Hill with 4.5. Interception wise, we had Taron Johnson with 4, Okereke with 3, McFadden with 2, who was a rookie that they drafted for me with hidden dev trait, so we'd love to see that. But that's not what matters. What matters is getting a ring. And in order to do that, we have to make it through Joe Burrow's Bengals. And we do. We beat them 35-28. Next, we'll be taking on Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts here in the AFC Championship. Hopefully, we can stop that run with Jonathan Taylor. And we do. Oh my gosh, they got a safety on us. And we beat them 42-2. Oh, as we will be taking on the Detroit Lions here in the Super Bowl. And it does look like, if you do see that trophy up there, that we did get MVP with none other than Josh Allen. So we'd love to see that for sure. Did we get any other awards? Obviously, Offensive Player of the Year, T. Hagen coming in at number 3. We'll take that. Defensive Player of the Year, Ed Oliver's up there at number 10. So nothing crazy. Defensive Rookie of the Year, McFadden does come in at number 2. So that's always cool to see. Obviously, nothing you expected, as I did trade away my first and second round picks. But it is what it is. We will be taking on the 10-7 Detroit Lions here. So we're going to go through here. We're going to watch the game through the sim. I do plan on playing the first drive just to give you guys a little taste of what you can do on Madden. They are an 8-8 overall, which is the same as we are, but they definitely did not win as many games as we did. So let's head in here and see what we can do against them. I will only play one drive. Yeah, we're not going to play defense. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kick it off here. I don't know the difficulty we're on. Alright, Bass with the kickoff. Get a touchback right off the get-go. See what we can do here. Obviously, the goal is to not mess up. Okereke is X Factor, as you can see here. Oof. Overshot Jameson Williams there. Well, we'll play a drive of defense. I've been playing Madden forever since MLB came out. Alright, second play here. Is going to be another pass. As we get the sack, BJ Hill, our off-season signing at D-tackle, coming through their line and gets a sack on Jared Goff. We'd love to see that. Alright, we get a stop here. We get the ball. Let's do it. Ooh, we get another sack. Kayvon Thibodeau gets a half sack with somebody else. Looks like Rousseau was in there as we force a 4th and 27. 2 sacks on the first drive. We love to see that. We'll grab this punt and see what we can do on offense. Who do we have there? Oh, it doesn't tell me a name. Got a nice few yards on that one. Who was it? Well, that's not even going to show me. Alright. First drive with Josh Allen and company. We're going to throw a little slant route here, probably to T. Higgins. Might just run. Or might get Weston cooking. Oof, we got Aiden Hutchinson. Is it going to be a defensive game? Maybe I shouldn't have rolled out there. See if we can find Kincaid here. No, but we do have... Is that Deacon? No, that's T. Higgins. T. Higgins is wide open there. Got us up 3rd and 1. We are just going to run it with James Cook here. Obviously, this guy's on a whole different level whenever the playoffs roll around. See if we can just pick up the 1 yard. Ooh, we're going to pick up more. He is loose, and he gets all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. That is the only drive that I'm going to play. So let's go ahead and get out of here, and we will sim the rest of it, and we'll watch it together. Jump forward, end of the game. All right, 7-0. We go down. They do score, but we score again. 14-7, 21-7, 28-7. Oh my gosh, it is a runaway game here. We did go a little silent here. The Lions do score a touchdown. They are still kicking 21-28, but it is not enough as your Buffalo Bills in year number 3, as your boy being the GM, taking all that time off. I do come back and I win a ring with the new look Buffalo Bills. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video, obviously there's no face cam in this one. I do plan on having a face cam in the next video, but if you did enjoy, leave a comment saying what team you want me to rebuild next. Obviously, this is only going to be temporary until some new content starts dropping on MLB, and then if they do drop packs, I'll be obviously covering that. But in the meantime, enjoy the Madden video, and we'll see you guys in a later video.